weekly World Climate Change News. This is Reem Tamer from Egypt, and here are today's headlines. Climate change is a global emergency, UN survey. Climate change litigation cases soar. US sees growing number of climate refugees. Earth is losing ice 65% faster now than in 1990s. Climate change threatens Earth's tropical rain belt. Hundreds of firms agree on climate goals. Natural disasters killed 480,000 people in 20 years. Climate change is a global emergency, UN survey. The biggest ever climate survey conducted by UNDP revealed that climate change is viewed as the most urgent issue to be addressed in the world. A total of 1.2 million people from all around the world contributed to the survey. The results showed that almost 65% of the survey participants see climate change as a global emergency. Moreover, the findings showed that urgent climate policies are hugely supported by the people. Climate change litigation cases soar. Litigation cases to compel authorities to commit to climate crisis action have doubled since 2017. The UNEP Climate Change Litigation Report issued this week shows. As for Inger Andersen, UNEP's executive director, hopes it will pave the way to more ambitious mitigation plans. Lawsuits draw on those that safeguard citizens' fundamental rights to a healthy environment, this making companies liable for ignoring the effects of global warming on their operations. The report also urges disclosure of climate-related risks, ending corporate greenwashing, and stopping governments from evading or weakening existing environmental legislation. US sees growing number of climate refugees. The increased frequency and intensity of adverse weather events caused by climate change is resulting in an ever-increasing number of people looking to migrate to safer havens in the United States. This trend is becoming increasingly evident in the arid southwestern states, in which worsening potable water availability, as well as increased wildfire threats, are driving people out of their communities. Added to that is the exodus of people from the coastal regions of Miami, New Orleans, and San Francisco due to worsening flooding events. Earth is losing ice 65% faster now than in 1990s. Globally, 28 billion tons of ice are estimated to have disappeared between 1994 and 2017, as published in the Cryosphere. The melting rate augmented from 0.8 to 1.3 million tons per year, an increase of 65%. The melting, which is of course most significant in Antarctica and Greenland, is caused by climate change and will make sea levels rise, putting at risk coastal and lowland communities globally. Climate change threatens Earth's tropical rain belt. Climate change has the potential to cause significant changes in the Earth's tropical rain belt, with far-reaching impacts on the environment and food security of millions of people inhabiting these regions. The study, published in Nature Climate Change, performed simulations on 27 different climate models and concluded that the shift is likely to occur between 2075 and 2100 if the current levels of greenhouse emissions continue unabated. Hundreds of firms agree on climate goals. According to a recent partnership of climate policy groups, over 400 firms have agreed to coordinate plans for decarbonization by 2050 to fight climate change. The deal involves giants such as Maersk, Shell, and ArcelorMittal and will be unveiled during this week's Davos World Economic Forum. This effort supplements the increasing interest in emission reductions needed to mitigate climate change. These corporations, from shipping to steel making, collectively account for about 1/3 of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. Natural disasters killed 480,000 people in 20 years. A new assessment report presented at the annual Climate Adaptation Summit revealed that almost 480,000 people lost their lives to climate change-related natural disasters in the course of the 21st century. Furthermore, the assessment estimated the economic damage caused by extreme weather events, such as storms, floods, and heat waves, to be roughly $2.56 trillion. Researchers indicated that climate-related catastrophes hit developing countries the hardest, as the latter usually lack solid infrastructure and the resources to materialize comprehensive adaptation plans. That was the end of this week's news. That was Reem Tamer. Thank you for watching and goodbye.